What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here with some solving of radical, get it, equations, right? Radicals are the roots. Anywho, all right, we're going to solve each one of these, and we're going to check for extraneous solutions. So an extraneous solution is something that you got through proper steps, right? You solved it correctly, well done, but it does not work in the original problem, which is kind of a bummer, right? So we do need to check these things when you're dealing with radicals, rationals, logs, a lot of different ones. You're going to have to check for extraneous solutions. It's a common practice in more advanced mathematics. So let's get it popping here. First thing, I got to isolate my radical. That's the same for any of these. If you can isolate the radical, do so. So I'm going to add 2 on each side. And now I have the cube root of x squared plus 2x equals 2. Okay. Now, how do I undo a cube root? Well, to undo a square root, I would just square it. So to undo a cube root, fit about a cubit. Boom. Cubed. That cancels out that cube root right there, leaving me with x squared plus 2x equals 8. Well, now I have myself a quadratic with a linear term. Now, if this wasn't here, I could just square root on both sides, solve for x, blah, blah, blah. But because I have this linear term, I'm thinking set equal to 0, factor, and solve. Love me some factoring. It's actually my favorite F word is factor. The second favorite is function. Third is fraction, okay? Just, fun little facts about Mr. Allen here as I solve this dope quadratic. What multiplies to -8 while adding to 2? Well, that would be positive 4 and -2. Beautiful. And I can set these equal to 0 and solve, so I'll get -4 for this one, and I'll get positive 2 for this one. You could also say like x plus 4 equals 0 and then show the work. Usually at this point, we're kind of jumping right to it, just in your head, 1 or 2 steps pending the problem, okay? So before I circle these, let's double check that they work. -4 here squared is going to be 16, right? So 16, this is going to give me -8, which gives me 8 overall. The cube root of 8 is 2, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So this one's good. Okay, I plugged in -4 and did a little evaluation in my head. I know it's a little bit to do, but hopefully you can handle that. And if not, just jot it down, okay? And show that you're checking your extraneous solutions. 2 here. 2 squared is 4, plus 2 times 2 is 4. That's 8. Cube root of 8 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. This one also works. So they both check out. No extraneous solutions here. I don't really think you'd ever really get extraneous with cube roots because they don't really have a domain restriction like your even roots do. But I find it just to be best practice here to just check when you're dealing with radicals, because remembering which ones you need to and which ones you don't, easy to make a mistake. I think easy is just to plug it in. And it also checks your work to see if you just did something wrong, okay? Because you can also get it to not work if you made some kind of mistake, which is so fun. You're like, did I make a mistake? Or is it an extraneous solution? Okay. The fun of mathematics, children. Alrighty, next one here. I want to isolate the radical, right? The fourth root this time, I'll subtract 6 on both sides. So now I got this fourth root of 3x minus 2 equals 4. And I'm going to raise this to the fourth power. That will cancel out my fourth root. And now I have 3x minus 2 equals, what is that, 256? Yeah, 256. And then I got to add 2, right? So let's add 2. We get 3x equals 258 and divide that by 3. This seems absolutely terrible. I don't want to make a mistake here. I'm just going to bust out my TI-84 Plus graphing calculator. 258 divided by 3 equals 86. Okay, there we go. X equals 86. Before I select that or circle it, excuse me, I'll go ahead and I'll plug this into my calculator here. We would have the fourth root. If you don't know how to do the fourth root, hit math, arrow down to the 5th option. It's math. Okay, it's the third or fourth guy down there. And then go down to option 5. It says like X root. Hit enter on that. I can type in 4. I can type in, let's see here, 3 times 86 minus 2. I'm just plugging it in. And I do happen to get 4. So I'd have 4 plus 6 equals 10. That is correct. So my answer of 86 is wonderful. There we go, guys. All right. You can also raise to the 1/4 power. Rational exponents are kind of helpful. So you could, instead of doing the fourth root, you can raise it to the 1/4. Anyways, plugging in 86 to check to see if I have an extraneous solution. We did not. It works. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. No extraneous in this video, which is lovely. I love circling answers rather than crossing them out. It's much more satisfying. All right. Hope that helps, guys, and that you enjoyed watching the video here. Please keep watching some dope videos. Hit the like button. Tell people about it. All the YouTube things, and have a wonderful, fantastic, and dope day.